In today's video, I just want to give you a casual message. I want to talk about something that is very important on your journey to create your own reality. Okay. And that is to never accept or tolerate any limitation from your reality, from something that you see. So, what does that mean? I was having a conversation with my sister the other day, and so we were just talking about, she was explaining to me about one of her friends who has a health condition that goes in the family. Okay, so it's in her ancestry and it's passed down to her and everything like that. And, we were just talking, and so my sister's point of view is a materialist point of view, right? My sister doesn't really believe in the spiritual principles, and she has not had those experiences yet. So it's really fun for me to talk to people who are coming at it from a materialistic point of view, because it's really fun. You gotta even if you're on this journey, you gotta have respect for other people's point of view, because your point of view was like that before as well. So it's not about you imposing your worldview on them, but just like appreciating the fact that everybody can have a different worldview, which will then manifest as the truth in their respective realities. Okay, so she was just explaining to me, those things, and we kind of the conversation got into like creating your own reality, and if you are the creator of your reality and whatnot. And I was just explaining to her that, if you subscribe to the belief that you are the creator of your life, then you cannot be half in, half out. You cannot believe that you are the creator of your life, but that there are certain limitations that you just can't do anything about. So for her example about her friend, like I was like, you cannot believe that you are the creator of your life and then convince yourself or unconsciously believe that, oh, this has just been passed on to me from my family, like whatever it is. Like let's say a health condition like diabetes. Oh, this is just the way it is because, oh, my grandfather had it and his dad had it, so I must have it and I can't do anything about it, right? Because if you are the creator of your life, then that means that you have control over your experience, that you have influence over your experience, that your experience is yours to play with, and that you can, if you have a physical ailment, that you can heal. If you are living in poverty, that you can live in abundance, right? If you are the creator of your life, you have the power to change anything and everything about your life. You cannot accept these limitations. And that kind of got me thinking on my journey throughout my life, wherever I had, and this is the case for everybody. When something happens, right? Let's just say you do get a physical illness, and now you just start to believe that that's the way things are. Because, the mind is so quick to identify with what is currently happening, with the current phase of life, that it forgets to realize that it might just be a phase. That it forgets to realize that it itself created those things. Like the past vibrations of who you are is creating this experience so you can learn something from it. It's so that you can see your reflection and learn something from it and then grow and expand into what you do want. But what most people do is they see their reflection and something negative comes up in their reflection, and because this something negative came up, now they start to identify with it. They start to think, oh, this is the way things are, and now I have to just live my life like this. You see what I mean? So, let's just say you have like a certain pain in your shoulder, right, for like 3 months. Now you just start thinking, oh man, this pain I guess is here forever. This pain is me. At a certain deeper level, you start to identify, oh, this is just a part of my reality, a part of me now. And by that unconscious identification, that pain obviously manifests in your future, and that becomes a part of you. But it's not a part of you because that reality is being imposed on you. That is just a part of you because you have identified with that part of you. So my message to you with this video is never take any limitation from reality. Whenever anybody in the external world tries to impose on you something negative that you don't really want, that you don't desire, that doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to accept it. You can deal with it in the present moment and get through it. Obviously, you're going to have to do that, but don't accept it as a part of you. If you're having a certain pain in your body for a couple of months, or a couple of weeks, or even a couple of days, don't identify with it. Realize everything, how it fluctuates in and out of experience, in and out of experience. The only things that remain in your experience and keep coming back in a cycle are the things that you are not letting go of. The things that you are at some level, at a deeper unconscious level, identified with. At a deeper unconscious level, you have identified with them and accepted those limitations as just a part of life. So become aware of those things. As you're going about this create your own reality journey, throughout the journey, there are going to be things that are happening. Now, when these things happen, don't accept them to be the truth. Everything is going in and out of experience. Realize the constant transitory nature of life, of physical reality. Don't accept limitations from your ancestry. You don't have to be a certain way because your family has been a certain way for ages. You don't have to have some physical disease because your family has had it for ages. You don't have to have certain personality traits that your parents have passed on to you or that you got from your parents. Never accept any limitation from what reality might suggest to you. Choose your experience. Choose what you want to create, who you want to be, what you want to live, what you choose to believe in. Don't allow all that stuff to happen unconsciously, because if it happens unconsciously, then you will manifest all these limitations that you will then identify with. Just one last example I'll give to you. My cousin a couple of weeks ago was also talking about, because she danced in college for years, now she's gonna have bad knees when she grows up. That her knees, because her knees ache right now, every now and then, because she used to dance in college. And obviously I didn't say anything, because you got to also realize, you don't want to just constantly criticize other people's beliefs, because those are real for them in their life. Don't criticize them and try to make them believe something different. Have respect for them. Realize that this is a phase that they're also going through. You don't have to necessarily jump at trying to help them out, because you forcing your help on them is not going to do you any good, not going to do them any good either. But I'm thinking over here oh, now you're gonna have bad knees in the future, not because you danced in college, but because you believe that you're gonna have bad knees because you danced in college. Do you see what I mean? Something happens in life, and then our mind justifies that, okay, this is happening because I did this. And that belief becomes solid now, and it becomes more and more solidified because you continue to give it your attention and continue to subscribe to it. And then it obviously manifests as reality. So people who do have a history of a certain disease in their family grow up believing that they are at a greater risk for that disease. Eventually, what they do, by constantly seeing the disease around them, believing that they're going to get it, they manifest that disease within their bodies in the future. Life will give you whatever you want. So when you start to want all these things, even though you're saying, I don't want them, as you know, where focus goes, energy flows. There's no such thing as not wanting anything in reality. Just by placing your attention on it again and again and having beliefs that are aligned with that, you will continue to just manifest that into your experience. So don't do this process unconsciously. And you can't be half in. If you believe that you are the creator of your life, if you watch this channel, then I'm assuming you believe that you're the creator of your life. And if you do subscribe to this belief, then be in it wholeheartedly. Fully believe, fully know that you are the creator. Don't half know, and then some things, oh yeah, I can't do anything about those. Even the things that you cannot do anything about, don't struggle against them, but know that yes, these things can be changed as well. For me personally, a lot of things regarding my own body that, a lot of beliefs that I had subscribed to, that this can't change, this illness can't change, the way I am can't change. But even if you can't make progress in changing them, like you see yourself trying to change things with your body or your financial situation, anything, and you don't see the progress that you would like to be making, still don't just accept that as a limitation. Don't be like, okay, I just gotta give up on my dreams now. No, instead just let go of your resistance to that one thing and start to create the beliefs that this can also change. And then start to place your attention more in the reality where that isn't even an issue for you. Where you either accept that part of your life or yourself with no resistance, not looking at it as a bad thing, or that part of you is something completely different. Whatever you truly desire more out of those two options. So there's a difference between accepting something and not having any resistance to it, and accepting something but still hating it. That's what happens when you accept a limitation, right? Like, let's just say you have cancer and now you've just accepted this limitation. That's the way things are. That's just what life did to me. Now you have accepted it, but you don't like it and you have resistance towards it. However, if you were to, let's say your body looks a certain way and you have accepted yourself for who you are in this moment, without any resistance towards yourself, you're no longer fighting against yourself. That's different than, accepting something and not liking it. And even for this example, you can accept the fact that you have cancer without any resistance to it, and then simply focus your attention in a version of you that doesn't have cancer, or that has already dealt with this cancer and recovered. So it's all about where your focus goes. And it's all about your belief system that is either aligned with what you want to create or misaligned. But one fact remains, is that you are the creator of your life. So practice this belief. Practice it in all regards, all aspects of your life. And never accept any limitation from other people, from any situation, any circumstance, any pain, any suffering, any supposedly lacking, limiting situation. Nothing. And continue to go and be on this path of what you want, staying focused on the things that you do want to create. All right? Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you gained value from it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. If you want to learn how to accelerate your reality and manifest your desires faster, click the link in the description box below and watch my free masterclass training, okay? Other than that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.